Sexual assault plus the part of the body where it was inserted. So 297, it is delta. Lapit na. 298. The nature of the right to appeal granted to the accused is what? So anong sabi natin? Kapag PI, substantive right. Kapag appeal naman ang pinag-usapan, it is a statutory right. Charlie. 299. Rogelio helped the accused to commit the crime of theft. Without the help being given by Rogelio, the crime would not be committed by the accused. Rogelio is... Ano si Rogelio? Si Rogelio, kapag wala, hindi matutuloy daw ang crime. Therefore, Rogelio is a principal by indispensable cooperation. Bravo. O, naulit lang ulit yan. The terms of the agreement, yun na lang ang keyword mo, the terms of an agreement have been reduced into writing. So number 300, it is known as your parole evidence rule. Parole evidence rule. It is, okay, delta. 301. It is what kind of character? The PNP is not part of the military but retains some military attributes such as discipline. It is civilian in character. Charlie. 302, it is the power of the PNP to enforce the law and ordinance relative to the protection of lives and security of property. So anong sabi natin dyan? Power to enforce is the law enforcement function of the PNP. Charlie. 303, keyword natin sa 303 is what? Elimination of the opportunity. So if involves the elimination of the opportunity, we are talking about your crime prevention. So yan po ba isa sa mga roles and functions ng ating PNP? Kasama po yung ating law enforcement? Yes. So 303 is alpha. Kasama din po ba yung number 304? Is it also included bilang isa sa mga roles and functions ng ating PNP? Yes. Considered as the backbone of the police department. It is your police patrol. Bravo. O, ayan na ha. Binibilisan ko na. 305. It is an art which deals with identity and location of the offender and provides evidence of his guilt in criminal proceedings. That is an art. Criminal investigation. Kasi meron tayong CJA sa CLJ, di ba? O, kasama yan. Hindi naman yung pinakamahirap na tanungan ang i-expect nyo dyan kasi meron nga kayong LEA and CDI. At least, you know your kumbaga, general concepts. 306. It is a kind of due process that requires the law itself to be fair and reasonable. What are the two kinds of due process? What are the two kinds of due process? Hindi mo pwedeng ulitin yung tanungan natin. Ang sabi is, it is a kind of due process. So, hindi pwedeng due process of law din. Eh, ano po ba yung dalawa? It is substantive and procedural. So, kapag meron tayong procedural due process, we follow the procedure, lalong-lalo na sa pagsasampa ng criminal case laban po sa ating accused. Kaya nga, procedural due process, we follow the process or procedure. Okay? Procedure lalong-lalo na saan? Sa atin pong mga korte. Pero kapag ang pinag-uusapan natin is the law itself, The content of the law must be fair and reasonable. It is alpha, the substantive due process. 307. This investigation includes the practice of issuing an invitation to a person who, being suspected in connection with an offense to which he is alleged to have committed. So ang 307 natin involving what? Your custodial investigation. Charlie. 308. In which of the following instances is Miranda rights not observed? Observed sa ating upon arrest. Observed upon invitation to the police officer. Observed during custodial investigation. Not observed during preliminary investigation. So, bravo. So, hindi required yung ating pong fiscal during preliminary investigation to observe the Miranda rights. Now, kung pwedeng magkaroon ng valid waiver ang ating Miranda rights, paano ko ginagawa yan? Number 309, it must be in writing. So, hindi valid kapag done orally. It must be done voluntarily. Hindi valid kapag ginawa yan with coercion. It must be valid kapag merong counsel. Pero who chooses the counsel? Who chooses the counsel? It must be what? Preferably of the accused. Okay? Chosen preferably by the person of the accused or the arrestee or the invitee. So mali din yung bravo. So number 309, we answer delta. Okay? 309, we answer delta. 310, it is a protection of an accused against testimonial compulsion. 310, it is known as what right? The right against self-incrimination. The right against self-incrimination. Is it possible na meron tayong sagot dito? No. Kasi ang pinag-uusapan natin dyan is what? The accused cannot testify against himself dahil hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung sarili niya bilang testigo laban sa kanya. Kaya nga, bawal ang alin? Testimonial compulsion. The right against self-incrimination is not equivalent to right to self-incrimination. Magkaiba yan. Okay? So, best answer mo dyan is what? 310. Wala. Delta. 311, all but one are included in the International Bill of Human Rights. Included ang alin? Included ang alpha. Included ang bravo. Included ang Charlie. Okay? Included ang alpha, bravo, and Charlie. Alin po yung but one? Corresponding to your exception. Your exception is what? Delta. Okay? So, ilalagay mo pa dyan ng alin? The two optional protocols. Two optional protocols na atin pong International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. So, there are two optional protocols. Therefore, ilan po ang kasama ng ating International Bill of Rights? All in all, 5 international laws. Okay? 5 international laws. So Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, including the two optional protocols of your International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. So 311 is Delta. 312, human rights are not granted by any person or authority. This pertains to what kind or characteristic of human rights? Not granted. Not granted. The moment a person is born, nagkakaroon po ba siya agad-agad ng kanyang karapatan? Yes. So that is known as what? The inherent characteristic of human rights. Meron. Pero syempre kailangan din po niyang maipanganak. Okay? Kasi hindi mabubuo yung kanyang human rights until after magkaroon po siya ng pinaka-life, yung talagang humihinga na on its own. Kaya nga ang sabi ng 1987 Constitution, we protect the life of the unborn from conception. Okay? So 312 is alpha. The life of the unborn is also protected under the 1987 Constitution from conception. Yung unborn, it is still a fetus. So meron na ba siyang karapatan? Yes. 313, human rights cannot be lost by non-use or long passage of time. Cannot be lost through long passage of time. Kabaliktaran po yan ng prescription. Kung i-relate mo dun sa pinag-usapan natin kanina, prescription of crime can be lost by mere passage of time. Diba? Dito, yung kabaliktaran, cannot be lost and therefore imprescriptible. 314, keyword mo dyan. Keyword mo, it belongs to all humans, para sa lahat. Para sa lahat. Sir, ano po yan? Regardless of religion, of color, of status or sex, it is universal. 314. It is Charlie. Okay? 314, it is universal. Wala tayong pakialam kung anong itsura, basta yan po ay tao. Okay? Meron po ba siyang human rights? Yes. 315, keyword mo dyan is what? Your prioritization. It must be prioritized first, without which, kailangan daw natin yung uunahin, dahil kung hindi, magiging meaningless yung ating pong mga buhay. So the subject is what? Bilang characteristic ng ating human rights, it is fundamental. Bravo. Okay na? Next, 310. Wala. Nagbabadya na. Okay. 310. 316, sorry. 316. It shall be composed of 3 members chosen from the lupong tagapamayapa, which shall be acting as the conciliation panel. Okay? So it is known as your pangkat ng tagapagkasundo or pangkat tagapagkasundo. It is headed by the pangkat chairman, pero chosen from the lupong tagapamayapa. 317, mas marami ang members ng atin pong lupong tagapamayapa because consisting sila ng ilang members, 10 to 20 members. Kapag pangkat ang pinag-uusapan natin, ilan sila? 3 members lang. So number 317, it is Delta. 318, wag chismoso ha kapag member ka ng barangay conciliation team. Wag kung ano-ano yung pinag-usapan sa barangay conciliation ilalabas after ng barangay conciliation. Because ang nature niyan is what? Sir, yung atin pong confidential communication, privileged communication. So paano ko po malalaman lahat ng mga pinag-usapan namin? They must be reduced into writing. So number 318, it is Charlie. Lapit na. 319, the process whereby the disputants are persuaded by the punong barangay to amicably settle their disputes. So 319, it is, anong tawag natin dyan? Sabi din ng inyong criminology, tama po ba? Meron kayong dispute resolution and part niyan is your conciliation. So alamin ang pagkakaiba ng inyong negotiation sa mediation. Alamin din ang difference ng arbitration sa atin pong conciliation. Those are different modes of settling dispute. So hindi na natin paabutin po yan sa atin pong korte. Tama po ba? So hindi na natin paabutin po yan sa ating korte. So yung atin pong dispute resolution system, meron po diyang particular na batas. Anong batas ang meron po dyan? So that is part of your criminology. Okay? So para naman may i-discuss din ang inyong criminology as part ng inyong alternative dispute resolution system involving your crisis management. Okay? 320. Why is barangay amicable settlement important? Bakit daw kailangan natin ng barangay amicable settlement? Tatandaan natin, your barangay amicable settlement is prerequisite before you can go to the court. Okay? Before you can go to the court, before you can go to the proper government institution, you must be armed by your certificate to file action. Why? Kasi hindi ka pwedeng payagan ng mga court or proper government institution to file a complaint or to file cases without properly settling your dispute first in your barangay level. So number 320 is bravo. So 321, it is a classification of human right according to source that is conferred and protected by the supreme and fundamental law of one's country. So ano pong klaseng human right dyan ang involved? Na nanggaling po saan? Sa supreme law of the land. It is known as your constitutional right. Pero kapag natural right, it is your God-given right. Kapag involved naman ang statutory right, it came from the statutes enacted by the Congress, enacted by Congress or by the legislative department. Okay? 322, it is a right which enables a person to participate in the running of the affairs of the government. Running of the affairs of the government, it is your delta, political right. 323. Sir, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito is your rights according to what? Struggle for recognition. Struggle for recognition. Kapag sinabi natin first generation, anong kulay po yan? Blue rights. Kapag sinabi natin first generation, blue rights, and therefore liberty-oriented. Liberty-oriented. Next. Second generation. Second generation rights. Anong kulay yan? Anong kulay yan? Red rights. Involved dyan ng alin? Security-oriented. Next, kapag sinabi po natin third generation. Third generation. Anong kulay yan? Green rights. Involved dyan ng alin? Yung atin pong environment. Okay? Environmentally oriented. Environmentally oriented. So nasaan kapag pinag-uusapan natin is first generation rights, civil and political. Next, kapag second generation rights, economic, social, cultural. Next, third generation right is your 323. Includes the right to live in an environment that is clean and protected from destruction. So number 323 is alpha. 324. Sige, kayo mag-break. Itutuloy ko na to. Bala kayo, tatapusin ko na yan. Human rights. First appeared in what document? Human rights or the rights of man first appeared in what kind of document? Coming from the French revolutionaries or French Revolution. It came from their document known as the Declaration of the Rights of Men and of the Citizen of 1789. Charlie. And 325, the core foundation of this theory is your greatest or greater happiness principle. So 325 pertains to your bravo, utilitarian theory. O basta yung utilitarian theory ang iyong nakita. Okay, kung dalawa po yan. So it is Charlie. So 325 is Charlie or basta yung utilitarian theory. Okay na po. Sasend ko po ito kay Sir Noli together with the rationalization. Okay? So kayo po ay